He's actually taller than me. I'm just sitting in a taller stool.
No, I'm very short.
No, you're not.
I'm 5'2".
You're our son.
I'm sorry for all the 5'2" people out there. I shouldn't have said that.
So it's finally that time now. We went to Barnes & Noble. It's been months. Seriously. Been a long time coming, boys. Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
So today I'm here to pick up a few essentials that I've been needing. I have not been to a bookstore in ages. Multiple months. So I'm very, very excited. We do have a budget, so we're going to try to stick to it. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Oh my God. It's Manga. So as you can see, these are the shelves at our Barnes & Noble. I already see a bunch of stuff that I want. They have quite a decent selection here. I'm actually pretty impressed. First thing I see is every volume of Apothecary Diaries. I really want to collect the series. I just haven't yet because of the price, but I think I'm gonna have to do it eventually. I just love the anime so much. Jinshi is amazing. I start to walk over here, JB's already looking, and I'm seeing quite a few things that I'm interested in here. I did not pick up the next 100 Girlfriends, even though I wanted to, and they had like 2 of them that I needed. I decided to skip that one this time because it's not like a top priority for me, but they have a ton of Black Butler, Black Clover. I see Blood on the Tracks, which is one I'm interested in starting, some Blue Period, which I really loved, and I haven't started buying it yet. I want to though. They've got a lot of Death Notes and a few other series that I've never heard of before. Some of these I already own, like Black Torch and Bleach. I see a lot of Fruits Basket, a lot of Gantz and Full Metal, those fancy editions, so that's pretty neat. Your typical things like Fire Force. And then this, I think, might be my favorite shelf because I found at least 3 or 4 things from this particular shelf. JB showed me some things that he got. I told him to wait till we filmed the end. But I already see a few things that I wish I could have gotten. Here we see Hirano and Kagura. I see Ice Guy and the Cool Girl, which I did want to get, but that price is just too high for me right now. I'm going to have to find it on sale somewhere. How I Met My Soulmate by Anashin. This is one I'm definitely interested in. And on this shelf, we have a lot of Komi Can't Communicate. I'm seeing those nice Zelda editions, Kaiju number 8, Jujutsu Kaisen, a bunch of Junji Itos, and then JoJo's, which I'm not collecting because I just cannot pay that price. I just can't do it. I see My Happy Marriage, which I do want to start collecting because I absolutely was obsessed with the anime for a few weeks. Mal, which they did not have the volume I needed, so I'm at least 3 or 4 behind on that one, which is very upsetting because I love Rumiko Takahashi so much. The things that are popping out to me on this shelf would be Noragami, which I do want to collect. I think those omnibuses look really nice. The Parasites down there, they are beautiful, but I already own half the series, so I don't want to redo it. Rent a Girlfriend, blah blah blah. And I am really sad they didn't have the volume of Sasaki and Miyano that I was looking for. That was one of my top priorities for this trip, was to pick up the next one because it's been so long since I've read a volume of that and I really miss it. So I was a little sad about that. But on this shelf, I'm seeing a few things that are sticking out to me personally. This one right here, I am very intrigued because of it. Just sounds hilarious. I'm sorry, The Titan's Bride. Don't look it up if you're under 18, but I've heard some very interesting things. I cannot imagine. But yeah, this series as well has really been one that I've had my eye on, and I want to try it because it sounds really creepy. This next shelf is the one that I was the most upset about watching afterwards because I noticed on the third from the bottom shelf, Wolf Girl and Black Prince, which I was hoping to pick up a couple of volumes of that because I did really like the first one, and I totally didn't see it at all. It's right there. I can see it now, and I totally skipped over it, and I'm so upset with myself. Does that happen to anyone else? Like, you watch footage or you look at photos later? This series I want to check out because of Cake Tins. She raves about it so much, but I'm not paying retail for it, so I'll just find it somewhere cheaper.
This is one I've been thinking about starting.
What's it called?
It's called The Boxer,
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
but it's another expensive one.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna get Solo Leveling. Are you still recording?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to your audience. Hello, adoring fans of my wife.
No.
I was gonna get Solo Leveling, but I put it back because it's $20. But I want it.
You can get it a
$7.
little cheaper at Walmart. I think you might can get the Boxer sometimes too.
Yeah, because it's. I don't know if I've ever seen the Boxer at Walmart, but sometimes they'll have that.
Mhm.
Either way, I can get two. I decided to go for two Dun-Dun-Duns for about the same price as getting one Solo Leveling. So.
We're making choices today.
Yep.
We're a little limited on budget. Unfortunately, at least. So I do a second round through so that I can pick up the things that I was looking at earlier and didn't pick up. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Then after we went book shopping, we went to Totally Tea, which is my favorite boba tea place ever so far. It's so good. It's just a little kiosk in the mall, and my favorite flavor is brown sugar, and JB likes to get either honeydew or cantaloupe. Today he went for cantaloupe, and it's so good, y'all. Hi!
Hello!
We are back from our shopping trip. I wanted to film this part with him because he did buy some books today. We splurged just a little bit, but tried to be not too crazy since payday hasn't made its way here yet, but that's okay. I did want to apologize to the folks who did give me some suggestions because I did not see either of the books that you suggested there today. I did look. I'll keep them on my list, and next time I shop online or I go in person, I will keep an eye out for those too. So thank you for making those suggestions. I have not forgotten about them. Is he being nasty?
He's being pretty gross.
Okay.
He's being a nasty little guy.
Okay. Well, he can tip-tap around the floor. He always makes noise during my videos, so. All right, do you want to go first or go back and forth?
I want to see what you do so that I can
I'll go
model
first.
my own show after what you do.
Okay, we'll go back and forth then.
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing I picked up was a new series. I'm a bad girl. I've done some bad things.
Oh.
Something, something, and admit nothing. What's the JoJo Siwa song?
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah, I was trying.
You should have known better.
Bad girl. Did some bad. I was trying to do that. Sorry.
Okay.
I was bad, and I picked up the first volume of a new series, but I'm weak and I have no self-control. So we have volume 1 of How I Met My Soulmate by Anna Sheen. This is the same creator as Waiting for Spring, which I have not finished yet, but it's on the list and I have been reading it. I really like that series, and this one's a bigger print by Kodansha, as you can see. It's very pretty. It's got this cute guy on the front and this nice ombre pink sunset looking cover. I fell in love, and I've heard good things, so I wanted to try it. And it's a romance, and I'm weak. And what's the rating on this? 16 plus. Okay, so it's good. It's good. We're excited to try it. I have no idea what it's about other than the title, so hopefully it's good. Oh, this is JB. I don't know if I introduced him.
I was a bad girl. I did some bad things.
Yeah.
So the first one I got, I've started reading this. Well, actually, I started it on Netflix. It was an anime, and I watched like 5 minutes of it, and I went, oh, this is awful. This is trash. And I didn't watch the rest of it. But I was like, I like the premise, and I just got the feeling that it was just a production issue. Like the story itself was good enough. It was just it was not well done. And that show was Record of Ragnarok, so I started reading the manga, and yeah, it was pretty much what I thought. I'm getting harassed by a dog. It was pretty much what I thought it would be, but it's still a lot of fun. Oh, sorry. Record of Ragnarok. Rippling muscles, little rippling muscle mans.
What is this pose?
He's JoJo inspired.
Yeah, what is this?
Some guy's little cheeks
Them
out.
glutes, big glute.
Been gluten. That's nice. It's not a thinking man's manga. It's just it's carbs. It's empty calories. It's just it's fun for fun's sake.
Nasty fighting.
I will say it was a little more grotesque than I expected when I first jumped into the series. It was that like 2 people fight and one of them dies. Spoiler.
Just a tournament arc.
Yeah, it's just a big tournament, which is always fun. But yeah, there's not a lot of like, it's not a ton of substance, but it is fun to read. So I've been keeping up with it. I think this is like a Hindu god.
It's hard to tell until we read it.
I'm pretty sure it is, but the idea is like gods are fighting humans and humans are fighting for their right to exist, which, you know, sounds interesting in itself. Like, and the humans are not just randos, they're picked very important historical figures all of history. So it's, you know, like I said, I heard that premise on Netflix and I was like, oh, that sounds like a cool premise. Watch 5 minutes of it and I was like, I can't watch this.
Yeah. Anime is garbage. Don't watch it.
Yeah, don't do it.
They censored the heck out of it and it's unwatchable. So read that or just ignore it. Okay, so the next thing I picked up is I think it's the penultimate volume, I could be wrong, of Imokoi Now I'm in Love. This is by Ayuka Hata. And I've been loving this series so much, I'm really sad that it's about to end. Like, I didn't pick up the last volume today because I just wanted to put off the ending as long as possible. This is a 2-part romance story. The first one is with Yagyu and Satomi. This is Satomi, and Yagyu is this cute guy on the back. He's giving off the appearance of bad boy, and she's just like kind of basic girl, but really shy. And they hit it off. It's great. It's very cute. And that's the majority of Imokoi. And then at the end, we're getting another story with this guy. And I cannot remember his name. He's kind of a douchebag, but also kind of cute. And then this girl with the pink hair. Their romance is totally different from Yagyu and Satomi's, but it's still really cute. And it's only like 2 volumes worth of their romance. So it's not like the same story over and over again. And it is about to end. So I'm going to be really sad when it's over, but it has been a really fun ride. Just 2 totally different couples that are friends and their romances respectively. So I'm really excited to continue that one.
Oh, I dropped the dun-to-dun.
Oh my god.
So next one I got is issues, do you call them issues? Volumes 6 and 7 of Dun-to-Dun. Woo! I don't know what I'm doing. So
we're just talking about books.
Yeah. I love this series so far because of how absurd it is. If you want a manga that's just like things are happening, not hard to follow. You can follow it, but you don't know what's going to happen next and you're just having a good time and you're glad you're here and on this. You don't want off Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. You want to stay on Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. You want to read Dun-to-Dun. It's insane. It's crazy.
It's about aliens and ghosts and a kid who's interested in each one. And some very unfortunate but interesting things happen that I've never really seen in an anime or manga before. It's absurd. I give it levels of Chainsaw Man absurd, but a totally different vibe, if that makes sense.
It's got a really cute ship too. So if you like, I know that it's not like a romance.
But there is some in there.
But there is a little bit, and I think it's really cute, and I enjoy it. So.
And the anime is going to come out next year.
Yes, very excited for the anime. I hope that they do a good job with it. I hope that the sound department and the music department gives it like a really weird vibe. It needs just some off-the-wall production.
And I hope the colors are really neon bright, just like the covers are, because I think that really makes it stand out. And I think that just absurdity would be a good word for this series. The first volume, try it. I promise. There is a line in it that I still...
Yeah. I think you made me read the first volume because of that panel.
Yeah.
And that's what got me hooked into the series.
It's really good. Try it, please. Okay, the next manga I picked up. Oh, I'm so excited. I once again did not pick up both volumes that were available of this because I was trying to be a good girl this time. Crossplay Love Otaku X Punk. This is story and art by Toru. This is a story about two guys. It's not a BL, but it is a BL. Hear me out. These two guys, one of them is a tsundere, definitely think Bakugo, honestly, and the other one is the opposite, nerdy otaku, think Deku. It's kind of their personality traits, but on different characters, and they hate each other, especially the mean one hates the nerdy one. And the nerdy one cosplays at a maid cafe as a girl, and he's really cute, and the guy falls in love with his girl version. So it's just a comedy, mostly first, and then slightly romantic because he wants to talk to that girl that's actually a guy. So he dresses up as a girl also so that he has the confidence to talk to that girl. So it's messy, it's crazy, think Mrs. Doubtfire, it's insane, but it's really fun. And then they've got so many gay friends. Like, I'm telling you, this is gay coded even if it isn't gay. This guy wears
kind of gay
crop tops. It's great. And then this is a lady, I think. It might be a guy. I think that's actually a guy.
That's a dude.
I don't remember, but I love this series so much, and it's got a lot of like bad boy bullies and gang-ish members for high school, you know, and cosplay. There's a character that our main nerdy guy is friends with. It's like a famous cosplayer, so it talks about cosplay some. It gives a little bit behind of maid cafes and the culture of that. And it's just really fun. I have no idea where it's gonna go. Like, are they gonna fall in love? Are they gonna hate each other and fight? Or is it just gonna be like, okay, bro, we're friends? I don't know how it's gonna end, but I'm really excited to keep reading it. It's really, really fun.
They're just gonna...
Oh my god.
Sir, you're not in this video, sir. This is not about the puppy.
Why not?
This
Daddy?
video is not about the puppy.
Puppies can read manga, Daddy.
No, puppies cannot read manga.
But they should read
No,
manga.
they might, but they should, but they can't. I feel like yours are all like not the most mainstream thing. I'm just like the most basic twerked up white boy over here.
People like basic.
Because it's like, let me tell you about My Hero Academia. It's a school for superheroes.
Listen, on this channel, in this vibe, we do not hate on what you read. I read some very
So if you like
degenerate-
ninjas, you need to read some Naruto because it's got ninjas.
Hey.
It's got tons of ninjas
I
in
talk
it.
about Bleach on this channel.
Yeah.
We don't discriminate, and we don't judge anyone for reading something that came out 20 years ago or yesterday that's mainstream.
Okay.
Like, we don't.
Okay.
These are very mainstream for romance readers.
Okay.
Except for maybe this one.
All right. Well, my last pick, I got 2 of each series that I'm following. So the last thing, I got 2 volumes, volume 8 and 9 of Kaiju number 8. And I gotta say, I did not expect to like Kaiju number 8 that much. I thought it was gonna be okay. I ended up really, really resonating with Kaiju number 8. Like, I love this manga. It's so good. I think the anime's doing a decent job at adapting it. Like, it's doing a good job. There's some things about the anime, if you haven't watched it yet, I have a theory, and Chelsea has a theory, that the whole intro is AI generated, and we're not big fans of AI generation here. Don't like generative AI. All my homies hate generative AI.
That's right.
But that kind of stinks if that's true, but once again, it's just a theory, an anime theory. The manga's really good. I resonate so well with it because the main character is 30 years old.
I think he's 30, yeah.
Yeah, 30 years old, which is pretty much what I am, plus a year or 2. He's having to keep up with a bunch of, like, you know, young teenagers and young 20-year-olds physically, and it really resonates with me and something that I'm going through at my part of my life right now. So it's something that really speaks to me. But also, I really like that it doesn't take itself too seriously. The main character, Kafka, You know, he cuts jokes. He's a weird guy. He's just a silly little birthday boy, and we love him for it. And I feel like that's very me too.
Yeah. It's a great anime. I like the anime a lot.
Yeah, it's done a good job so far. It's got a lot of cool characters in it. They have not really fleshed out. I would say there's only like 2 or 3 characters in the story so far, up to volume 7, that they've really fleshed out. So I'm hoping that they give other characters their time to shine, because there's a lot of characters. It's a shonen. There's an entourage of people. You want to see everyone, you know, have their moment. So I'm hoping that happens.
I like Iharu.
Yeah, and I also, the MC is my favorite character, which never happens.
Yeah,
that's never
very
happens.
Rare.
So yeah, I recommend Kaiju number 8.
We're really liking this one.
Yeah.
He's reading it faster than me. I'm still 2 books behind, but it's really good. Okay, the next one I have here is... Oh, they did just announce an anime for this series. This is A Condition Called Love by Megumi Morino, and volume 6. I don't know if you can tell. But this series is about 2 characters. One of them is broken. He's had so many terrible, borderline abusive, maybe even abusive, I can't quite remember exactly what happened, relationships in the past. And so he's just gotten to this point to where he tailors himself, his personality, his looks, his body, his mind to be whatever his partner wants, because that's what his partners have always wanted from him. So he's just nothing. And he meets this girl, and she's had some bad experiences in the past where she's maybe hurt some people unintentionally and isn't quite aware of the way that she seems and sounds to people. So they meet, they end up dating, and it's just a really sweet love story between these 2 characters who are healing. At the beginning, a lot of people were turned off because the guy has some really red flags that seemed stalker-y, but I think that's just a side effect of him going through such hard things. But he has gotten better. Those things aren't really prevalent in the volumes that I'm reading right now, so I think that we can forgive him. I am a little worried about how the anime onlys are going to react to him in the first couple episodes, because it is really creepy, but it gets good, I promise. And the girl, I relate to her so much. She does have a lot of ditzy moments where she just doesn't understand how she comes off to people, and people might take what she's saying very seriously and not in a nice way. I like that. I like that I relate to that a lot. And I just can't wait to continue it and see the anime. I'm gonna watch it day 1, sub or dub, I don't care. I'm just so excited for the shoujo josei renaissance we're getting right now. So yeah, good stuff.
May I just say, I went into all of my reviews just then wanting to talk about the narrative of the book, and just didn't do that 3 times in a row. I was like, I'm gonna do it this time, and then I just didn't. So
you did with Ragnarok.
Did I?
Yeah.
A little bit. That's
okay. People have heard me talk about Kaiju and Dandadan here before, and if they don't know what it's about, you can ask me in the comments, or you can look it up. There's lots of really good resources. Stop licking me, that's gross. But that's okay.
Make your own video. It's hard. No. It's hard.
I forget to do it too sometimes.
Yeah.
It's okay. I have 2 more books, so I'm just going to keep going. The next thing I picked up, y'all know, is a fan favorite for me. I want you to read this. If you're watching my channel, this is the volume of manga. There's 1 or 2 series that I'm like, I want you to know me for this series, and I want you to try this series. This is number 4 of the series. It's very slow to release because not many people are reading it, so fix that. You fix that. This is volume 4 of I Am a Wolf, But My Boss is a Sheep. If you are a fan of Sweat and Soap, if you are a fan of Wotakoi, if you are a fan of josei romance or seinen romance, you need to read this book. It's so good, okay? I am not a furry. I do not care if anyone is a furry, but this is furry adjacent. I do want to be clear about that. It's not furry. These are people who are ancestors of animals, like descendants, and they have evolved to a point to where they only have like tails or ears, and they might have a little bit of the instincts inside them. Like the wolf characters are a little more aggressive, and the sheep characters are a little more docile, and they have different parts in society. Like in the office, some of them are better at being just office workers, like they're just quiet, and then some of them are a little more bossy. You know, it makes sense for the animals that they represent, and it's the dynamics between the carnivores and herbivores. It's just so cute. There's the wolf guy who I'm in love with, And then the sheep lady, who is just right here on the back of this one. I don't know if you can see that.
Who you're also in love with.
Yes, I love both of the main characters. This is a rival in love for the main guy. So, you know, he's fighting not only his stereotype as a wolf by wearing glasses. Like, he puts on glasses even though he doesn't need them, so he looks softer and more approachable, which is really cute. And then he's got this guy who's actually a sheep that's hitting on the woman he likes, who is a sheep. So he's fighting species issues, he's fighting a lot of things being who he is. So you could tie that into racial discrimination and stereotyping. You could put that with a lot of things, I think. And I just really, really think that this series should be enjoyed more because it's cute, it's funny, it's got a lot of romance, and those moments of like I loved it. It's so good. I can't wait to read this one. It'll probably be the first one I pick up. They've literally done studies, like people with glasses versus the same person without glasses.
It's like British dialect, British accent. There we go. People assume that they're smarter if they have a British accent.
Makes sense. And the last thing I picked up, there were 2 other volumes of the steamship line that I did not pick up today. And the reason is because one of them I have not been enjoying as much as the other 2, so it kind of got shoved to the bottom, but I will pick it up. And then the other one was not plastic wrapped, and I skimmed through it and there was no smexy time. So it got skipped over even though it's my favorite of the 3. I picked this one up because it was plastic wrapped, and this one has taken forever to come out, and I just want to read it. It's I Will Never Be Your Crown Princess. This is about a girl, I'm gonna have to reread it, y'all. About this girl who she was destined to marry this other guy. She got told that she was going to marry him, arranged marriage and all that. And she said, no, screw you, I don't want to marry you. I'm going to go to this party and have sex with someone so that I can't marry you because that would annul the marriage or whatever. And it ends up being the guy she was supposed to marry anyway. It's kind of like fated to be together lovers. It's got a lot of nudity and smexy stuff. It's very spicy. It has a little bit of humor in here. If you know me in real life, no you don't.
That's a lot of plastic wrap on that book right now.
Yeah, it is.
Gotta keep those kids safe.
And it's a thicker volume too. This is one of the thickest out of the steamship line that I've seen. Definitely not for kids, not for anyone under the age of 18 in my opinion, even though it says 17 plus. I think it's fun. It's a fun time. It's not as good as Ladies on Top. It's way better than Game Between the Suits, but I still really like it. And I think it's only 3 volumes, and then there's a spin-off series coming out immediately after that continues the story, I think. But I think this might be the last one. Maybe not. I'll let you guys know when I figure that out.
Is this the one where he and it gets like a blue rose and she gets a blue rose?
Yeah.
Okay, you can bleep what I just said so that it
and there are some, that's a good point. If you haven't read this and this is your first time hearing about it, there are some issues within every steamship manga series so far. They have not given us a very tame, sexy, and appropriate manga yet. I'm consuming these because I want more josei like this. I want more adult, aimed at women content that isn't straight hentai but also has story to it, and that's what these are. But this does have some very problematic issues in it. Some non-con in here, some very questionable material. So just be aware, every single one of the steamships have that. There's another one that I haven't picked up that is about a younger girl who just keeps getting demon dudes, and I haven't read that one. I don't know if I want to pick that one up because she's so young.
Yeah. Okay.
But I want to support stuff like this, so that's why I keep buying them.
Very cool.
This is everything we got. It's not a huge stack.
This was $3,000.
No, it was not.
I hope you enjoy. Better get the rat traps out so we have something to eat later.
Because we're broke. No, yeah. We're not. I made the conscious decision to not buy as much as I could so that I could get through to the next paycheck. But anyways, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing my husband here. Jonathan, JB, whatever you want to call him. JB, I think.
Tell me how much you hate me in the comments.
No!
How you never want to see me in another video again.
He's my best friend, so be nice to him.
I'm very sensitive.
Oh.
You gotta be sensitive with me.
No.
Only nice words.
Well, I have nice commenters. Ow! Yang! That really hurt, buddy. He's abusive.
Chelsea's got a boo-boo and Yang just scratched it.
But thank you guys. This is my little family here and I love them very much.
We're missing one.
Well, he's in another room, but this
Okay.
is my little family right here, right now.
Okay.
Y'all have met Yang before, but I don't know if y'all have met JB recently other than the vlog. Every once in a while I might have him come on and do a video with me just because it's really fun. I got him into reading manga.
I'm happy to do whatever, you know.
Well, thank you guys. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Remember to subscribe.